Yeah, this is playing on one string is a really interesting one. It's, I think actually, I mean, I can't take credit for any of these things, obviously, but this one, I remember having discussions with an old friend of mine, Mick Goodrick, who's a wonderful player and teacher, and we were in school together, and he used to talk about playing on one string, and I believe Jim Hall has talked to me about playing on one string. I think he said he used to tape some of the strings so he couldn't play on them.
Yeah, play a whole tune just on one string. Yeah.
So think about it. Maybe we could do that. We could take this, let's take this tune that we've just been dealing with.
Okay.
And this is a lot of fun. I may really mess this up, you know. We may have to do this. This may be like take 10 by the time you see it, you know. Because playing on one string is a kind of a tricky thing. You know, like before we do the tune, I thought of an idea. Why don't we just take a static harmony and do it? I just got something I wanted to demonstrate. Okay. Maybe jumping right into the tune is kind of a little much. Let's take a little harmony, something that might actually start that tune, like we discussed like a B flat over E, another one of my old friends, B flat over E. Actually, what I was doing there was I started out playing only on the B string against this tonality, and then I switched to the E string and played only on the E string, and then I started to combine the two. I mean, the interesting thing about this kind of playing, this really is, it's almost like Indian music, you know. It's like you have to find where the notes are on one string. It's like, you know, you've got no pattern, you've got no scale, you've got no position. All you've got is like this one long string, and everything exists on this string.
You can't play licks either.
You can't play licks. How are you? Well, I mean, I suppose if you practiced hard enough, you could learn how to play licks on one string.
One-fingered licks?
One-fingered licks. Okay. See, but basically, I would take a scale or sound and try to work through it. So you notice I have to slide. Down to the other string. It instantly kind of gets you into a different frame of mind. Now we're not thinking of bebop anymore. It's very melodic, and you really have to find a note on the string. Now, right now, we're just dealing with one sound, but let's say if we take this concept and we apply it to a song. And since we've been dealing with our old friend, I mean, Stella by Starlight, let's just keep on that one, because that's a hard tune because it moves through a lot of keys. So I'm going to improvise with John's accompaniment on one string to Stella by Starlight. Let's say I'll play a chorus on the E string, a chorus on the B string, and then I'll combine the two. But never shall my fingers leave my hand. Thank you.
The art of illusion.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Wow. I almost lost it. But that's part of what playing about is almost losing it, you know.
Hope so.
If you fall down, you know, you have to get back up again. You know, you have to survive in the sea of chords or the rhythm feel. Sometimes I find when we're playing like this and you stretch it, I mean, I may lose the rhythm of what I'm playing a little bit and have to get back, or John may lose where he is with me, or I may lose the harmony for a second. But it doesn't matter. It also brings out the element of trust, you know, like,
Yeah, I was just going to say
it
that.
sounded like maybe he was a beat ahead. No, his time feel was a little ahead of mine at one point, and I just adjusted, or he adjusted. Somehow we did it, and it all worked out, and nobody was hurt. I mean, that's the main thing. Nobody gets hurt in these situations. We don't want that. And I did cheat once. I hit the G string. But you can see how it makes you play. All of a sudden, you're playing things that you could never conceivably play if you were practicing scales. They don't exist in that world of running up and down the scale, no matter what degree you're going from. It's not there. It's not included. So again, this puts you really in contact with what you're hearing and what you're feeling. You have to feel your way through this stuff. And you have to learn to survive. Maybe the key word, survival.